motion to release that.
Second it. All those support the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So voted.
Okay. Make a motion to release the non-public minutes of January 26, 2011.
Second it. All those who support the motion, say aye.
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 What's my note on that one?
January 26, there are two different sets because we were in non-public at two different times.
Yep.
So it is just released as January 26, two
What's my
sets.
note say?
Non-public minutes of February 9, 2011. I make a motion to release that.
I'm sorry, what date was that?
February 9th.
February 9.
I'll second it. Any further discussion? All those support the motion, say aye.
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 I make a motion to release the non-public minutes of February 16, 2011.
Second it. All those who support the motion, say aye.
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 I make a motion to release the non-public minutes of March 2nd, 2011.
Second it. All those in support of the motion, say aye.
Aye. I make a motion to release the non-public minutes of March 9, 2011.
Second it. All those in support of the motion, say aye.
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 I make a motion to release the non-public minutes of March 16, 2011.
Second it. All those in support of the motion, say aye.
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 I make a motion to release the non-public minutes of March 23rd, 2011.
Second it. All those in support of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So voted.
I make a motion to release the non-public minutes of April 20, 2011.
20, yeah. Second it. All those in support of the motion, say aye.
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 I make a
So
motion
voted.
to release the non-public minutes of May 18, 2011.
Second it. All those in support of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So voted.
I make a motion to release the non-public minutes of July 6, 2011.
Second it. All those in support of the motion, say aye.
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 So voted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 11 non-public minutes that we released today. And we'll be working on those from July through the end of 2011. Hopefully we're going to catch up. Okay, any other?
We have a March 9, and Commissioner Solomon said I need to take, what do I need to take out? Is it just the name? You want to retract the name? Is that it?
You need to look at it again to see.
Oh, okay. Then I will do this next week. Maybe I have to
Those
read.
two?
Maybe I have to read this. The March 9. You said.
Oh, what is my note say?
You said your note said no name use.
Oh, yeah. Don't use the names, I believe.
So I need to
They
take
could
just
be-
a name out. So I think we just can retract it just with a stiff then. I'm looking which name.
You want to
Probably
hold those
did,
to next
yeah.
week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one you said you didn't want to release at all, so
Right.
I don't have to look at this.
No,
Do not make
just
public.
keep that until the end of it. Okay?
So, and then March 9.
Yes?
Just wondering if I could see the stack.
You can see it, yeah, and can you give it back, because I'm going to give it
Yes.
to Laurie, and then she will have copies available.
Yes, thank you for releasing.
Okay. All right, we got the minutes squared away. Any reports to be given? If none, Will, you're first on the agenda. Will, can I have your signature after tonight's meeting? I understand there's gonna be at least 85 people there. That's what I heard this morning.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm trying not to think about that. I'm a little nervous to talk to that many people.
And I would
Good
like,
morning.
I'd like to say congratulations on your Freedom Community Club meeting that you had. Apparently,
That's
is
tonight.
that what you, oh, that's what
tonight.
you're talking
Tonight.
about?
Tonight.
Oh, okay.
I have a few things on the list here to talk about. It's been a while since I've been able to come visit you guys and update you.
Thank you.
The bagging the wood is pretty much coming to an end. We're still trying to do a little bit here and there on rainy days for some inside work, but tomorrow we have our third load going out, so our loads have already been going out. We're probably, this load will be about 1,800 that'll have gone out in the 3 loads. Fertilizing the blueberries we did the first time, and probably next week we'll be looking to do our second time of fertilizing on those. I also need to get the mulch down. It's been kind of wet down there. We're hoping for some dry weather again. Got a lot to get done. We already fertilized all the hay fields. Got all those done. We're still working on cutting, processing more wood as we have time. Been spending more time on maintenance things lately. Outside maintenance. We added the loam to the new nursing home in the front there to prep for the daylilies to be done. We're working on the back of the home. There's a garden area that the landscape committee wants us to help put in. We haven't gotten back to that recently because it's been so wet, but it is on our agenda. We did, skipping down a little bit, but we did get a load of bark mulch.
I saw that. Yeah.
A little hesitant. I'm not real sure on it. I think it looks okay overall, what I saw in the truck and when I dumped it.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm hesitant is the employee that went and picked it up said while he saw them loading it, it had a lot of big stuff that we may have to separate out. So I'm just kind of concerned what it's going to look like as we dive into the pile. It might look good as the pile, but as we dive in, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I guess the only way to do it is to dive into it and see how it's going to turn out.
We were looking for mulch to mulch all the beds, and a contact that I had made a contact with, I think it's Shakora Lumber?
Madison Lumber.
And they said we could take all the mulch that we wanted because it was for the nursing home.
Yes.
So
And we brought
we
a
got
truckload
one truck.
in. Monday we went and got a truckload.
Okay.
So then, over at the old nursing home, probably 2-3 weeks ago, we had an issue. The regulator for the propane regulator that's on the outside of the building, it's probably been there 15-20 years, went out, and so Bob notified me that he had problems with propane in the laundry department. Got a hold of Eastern Propane, and I just wanted to make a public, thanks to Eastern Propane because of especially the gentleman Russ Howard that we deal with, and I got him on the phone within an hour. He was here. He came off of another job site, came right here to get us up and going again, got us going for the night, and then came back and finished everything up the next day. And just that service is critical that sometimes we overlook when we talk about propane things in different companies, but the service they provide is very good. And I just wanted to make sure that was known. We also we have it on order, hopefully this next week. I'm going to get the bagging system for our new lawnmower that we budgeted for. They're going to put it all on for us because it's quite complicated to get it going. So hopefully that'll be happening soon. Worked on the old GMC truck that's been down for a while. We had a leaky gas tank that's been an ongoing issue before my time. Alan was working on it, and we've tried all kinds of fixes. Finally found a company. I think we had to send it out. I'm not sure where. It was out towards the Midwest somewhere. And they actually split the tank open. They welded all, and they put a sealant in it, and they put the tank back together and seal it all. So it's pretty much guaranteed for life after they do that. And it was costly, but it was well needed. We need the truck, and leaking gas everywhere is not a good thing either. So it has made a big difference. That truck's been used on the farm every day pretty much now. Because it is still a good running truck. It's just not as roadworthy, but here on the farm it's very useful. It still has the dump and everything. Spring cleanup, we've been working on that along, filling in a lot of holes. Out front here in the new nursing home, that hayfield, a lot of ruts were left by the construction company. I thought they were going to clean them up and fix them, but they apparently didn't, and we've had to spend a lot of time filling those in with some of the loam that we have out back. Got a lot of them done. I think we're going to give it some time to let them sink down, and then we'll try to fill them on again and reseed. mowed the lawns this week on Monday for the first time for the season. Discovered a little bit of what's to come probably with that. We had a lot of hand mowing that we had to do around the building, of course, because the way it's
You
set
keep
up.
track of the time?
Yes.
Any idea what it's taken?
We have a good idea. I had the old mower and the new mower employees out on those mowers, and then also had 4 inmates running push mowers and weed whacking, and we've got probably 80% of the mowing, maybe even 85% of the mowing done in one day, with using basically the whole farm crew, everybody pitching in. An estimate that I got just for doing the old the new nursing home, excuse me, from a company that took care of it last year. They estimated that they put in 10 hours, 10 to 10 and a half hours each mowing time that they did just the new nursing home area that they did last year. But I don't think they had as many people on it either. We had a lot of people on it working. But in that, I want to say we discovered about how rough some of the areas are. Right out front in between the hayfield and the nursing home, we're mowing a certain area out there. That area is very rough. I think we're going to have to do some patching work out there, maybe some reseeding. The seeding wasn't real thick, and I don't know if that was intentional or what the deal was on that, but if we want to improve it and make it smoother, easier to mow, and look a little bit better, we'll have to do some work to that slowly but surely. It's nothing we have to do right off. And same with the big patch way out back behind the new nursing home, between the new nursing home and the old nursing home. It's very rough back there. There were some washouts, and the grass is very thin back there. So there may be some of those areas.
Do you think you can patch it, or do you think you have to rototill it and reseed it?
I'm hoping that we can patch it. And I don't know. It's something that we're going to have to take a little bit by a little bit. Maybe we pick out a certain section and do that. Once that one's coming in, then we do another section.
Is the section out front, is that hayable?
Yes, the majority of it is, but we've kind of made, there's some water runoff storage things out there, and we've kind of made an arc by those, and on the far side we'll hay that, and between the arc and the new home, that's going to be lawn. We're just going to mow that because it's to get the big tractor in there to hay that would be too difficult, and also it wouldn't look as good. I think it looks nice to keep in front of the parking lots, all that area grass up there. So it's just a work in progress. We're going to have to work at it. It may take us a while, but it's something that we're just keep in mind that we'll have to work at. The farm, the plow truck, the Ford plow truck, we had to send that in. As a matter of fact, it's down at Comeau right now getting some warranty work done on it. I took it in for an inspection, and the manifold, exhaust manifolds had a crack in them. And it's all under warranty work to do that, and I was told that it's very costly if it's not under warranty. So we have about 22,000 miles on it. We've had the truck for 3.5, almost 4 years. The warranty is good till 36,000, so I got it in just to get that taken care of. So that's done there. And then the last thing I was going to report on, wasn't here last week. We got now 2 litters of piglets down there. We had one born on Wednesday, and then we had another one born on Saturday morning. So that's what's been going on. We've had lots of visitors. We've had visitors from the press come down and see them, and we've got some I got the preschoolers coming down for a tour of the farm and of the piglets and some other things that we're gonna do for the day. A field trip, that's the word I was looking for the preschool to come down.
That's preschool here in Ossipee?
Yes, Ossipee Corner Preschool.
Okay.
Or Ossipee Co-op Preschool is their name. And they're gonna come down. And it's been good. The moms are coming along, the piglets are coming along. I know Commissioner Sorensen's made it down. More than welcome. If you get a chance to come down, give me a call,
Yes,
bring
I
your
will.
kids down, and come down and take a look. And it's pretty much all I have to report for right now.
So you have 16 piglets?
Yes, yep. We had 9 in the first litter, but she was laying on one when I got out there, so that one was dead. And then the other one had 8, and so far she had a weak one in there, but it's been coming along, and I think it's going to survive. I'm hoping. So all 8 of hers are doing good too. So
they're out planting trees today. You double checking, making sure that those flags haven't been moved?
Yep.
That you moved them where you want them?
Right, we did the other day. Matter of fact, as soon as I leave this meeting, that was on my agenda, was to go out and just double check on stuff. But last week, I forget the gentleman's name from Salmon Falls, but very, very nice guy. We were out there together, made the adjustments on the ones I was concerned about. There is one other flag that I'm concerned that I want to check this morning after we're done with the meeting.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Before? No questions? All right. Thank you, Will.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I may see you tonight. Not to check on you. I just want to listen to your presentation.
Okay.
There will be a lot of people there.
That's what I'm being told. So.
Yep. Okay, Jason, please.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Current population this morning is 67 in-house, 1 weekender, 9 transfers, 4 out of electronic monitoring, 9 on pretrial release, total population of 90. Took in 21 inmates last week, 11 were repeaters, and 19 were released. Repeater charges, 1 came in for DUI, conduct after an accident, booked 2 times in 14 years. 1 for disorderly conduct, resisting arrest and protective custody, booked 3 times in 14 years. 1 for acts prohibited and operating after suspension, booked 10 times in 4 years. 1 for resisting arrest and breach of bail, booked 5 times in 18 years. 1 for first degree assault and simple assault, booked 8 times in 13 years. 1 for violation of probation, booked 2 times in 2 years. 1 for aggravated DUI, criminal threatening, resisting arrest, endangering the welfare of a child, and breach of bail, booked 2 times this year. 1 for a capias, booked 11 times in 11 years. 1 for an electronic bench warrant, booked 4 times in 5 years. 1 for breach of bail, booked 2 times in 2 years.
Would you make that information available to that committee that's meeting on June 5th?
That's one of the things I talked to you about. Learned yesterday that the county attorney and the Superior Court judge are not available on the 5th. They'd like to see if we can push it out till the 12th.
They're important to be there, so.
Yeah.
What is the other?
The 12th, the following Tuesday?
Yeah, that's fine.
June 12th?
June 12th.
And was it 1 o'clock?
1, yes, ma'am. Notified the Public Defender's Office, and that's not an issue with them. So I just got to follow up with the chief from Wakefield. Okay.
June?
Yeah.
June 12th, yes,
June
ma'am.
12th. Sorry.
The recreation yard fence, that's been completed. I actually misspoke last week when I talked about the $32,000. That covers not only covering the recreation yards, but also increasing the fence in the generator area to the same height as the other existing fences, and cutting that corner off, and that connecting the generator yard and the recreation yard by putting a fence right there. So there's actually 3 items of work that were going to be completed for that $32,000 actually. And TDK was in last week to measure off the day room 1 side, so I'll have an estimate, I hope, by today.
Okay. That, the fence that goes from the generator to the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and that is to protect anybody that gets up on the roof?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Now supposedly that exercise yard is fixed so nobody can get up on the roof, right?
Correct.
That has been fixed?
Correct. That has been addressed. Yep.
Okay, and you're letting inmates out now?
I haven't let them out yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Jason, can I go back to the jail meeting, the one on the 12th?
Sure.
You will be advising other people who said they were going to be there besides those that you mentioned?
I can send an email to Janice.
Janice Crawford, Lance Sack.
Mm-hmm.
Check with Lori, because I gave her a name too of somebody in Madison that wants to participate in it.
Okay.
Somebody.
And I don't know if I have a doctor's appointment that morning. Hopefully I'll get here too.
Okay. The inmate that we held for on an administrative transfer from Coas County, as I mentioned last week, was transferred out to another facility, so we're no longer holding that inmate. On Sunday, we needed to send an inmate out to the hospital via an ambulance for an acute medical issue. Person was tended to and returned to the facility. One of our officers started the Corrections Academy this past Monday, so the graduation date is set for June 8th. It's a Friday. And then yesterday, 11 inmates completed the anger management course. It's a one-day course. We're going to be offering it 3 other times this year. Lieutenant Phillips received feedback from not only those that participated, but a group prior to that this is one of the best courses that they've taken. One of the comments from a state prison inmate that we're holding took a course through the state prison 12 weeks and got more out of the class held yesterday than they did in the 12 weeks in the program that they attended in Concord. So,
make sure you recognize Lieutenant Phillips.
Mm-hmm. Last week we sent a work detail out to the Tufton Borough landfill. This is the second time that we've done that in 2 years. The operator of the landfill wants to make that more of a annual type piece. We get another letter from them saying what a good job the inmates did, recognizing Specialist Baker for the work that they've done over there. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
I would not want to guarantee that is done every year.
Mm-hmm.
If other towns want to do the same thing, we may be inundated with, and we can't just focus on one town. We got to spread it around.
Sure.
So I wouldn't guarantee anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a available basis, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My understanding is the graduation on the 18th in Concord for you.
Oh, yeah, yep.
And Fowler and who's your third?
Officer Keniston?
Kennison.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm graduating the Certified Public Manager program.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I won't be there. I'll be away out of state. So otherwise, I would be there. I would have been there.
And I will try to get there. There are three different events going on that day. So I will try to be there.
It's January 18th, May 18th, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to explain a little bit about that course for the general public?
The Certified Public Manager program. It's a 2-year program offered by the Department of Education, and it's all on supervisory, project management type courses.
Mm-hmm.
You start off as the Certified Public Supervisor, and then you graduate into the Certified Public Manager program.
Okay.
And what is it you're going, are you taking it online or are you attending? Are you
No,
going
you
to Concord?
attend 10 classes in Concord, yes, ma'am.
And the rest, what you do it online?
No, there's no online courses. It's all, you take the courses.
So
all.
you're just going 10 times?
No, well, it's once or twice a month for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're taking
Good job.
additional education courses. Not that you need it, but I think it's always good for professional improvement to do that.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
very good. Anything else?
No, sir.
Anything? Question? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Susan? You got questions for her? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Would you give us a little report as to the recreational department, as to what's going on and what you're doing with residents and so forth at the nursing home?
Sure. Well, we have, next week is National Nursing Home Week, so that's one of our busiest weeks of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're planning for that. Do you want to hear the schedule for that week?
Whatever you got to report, we'll be glad to hear it.
Okay. The theme, every year the American Healthcare Association comes up with a theme, and this year's theme is celebrating the journey. So a lot of our programming has sort of a travel theme to it. Always starts with Mother's Day, so I know Rob is doing a buffet on Mother's Day. Monday, we are trying something new with the residents, and we're having a Zumba class.
Yeah, that's.
Residents?
Residents.
And
The
how does that
residents
work?
are taking Zumba?
Yep, she's going to do it all seated. She's not going to do, well, she may try a few standing things for the residents that can, but it's going to be geared towards the residents in seated positions. She's going to gear some of their music, so she's, I met with the instructor. I think she's got a really good understanding of our population. And
So it's not only them participating, but it's them being entertained or listening.
yeah, I mean, she's going to bring some costumes and dress them a little bit and really try to make it fun and upbeat and
Yeah.
have music that they like and,
Okay.
you know, get them moving a little bit at the same time. And we're going to work with our rehab department. They're going to come and assist some of the residents, and we'll be there and
Okay.
try something new.
Okay, before you go any further, how much does the residents have to say in what they want to have for recreation?
As far as programming.
For programming, yeah. Do they have any input into what they want?
Absolutely. When it comes to outings, they are 99% driven by the residents. We go to them and say, where do you want to go this week? And we generate a list based on where they want to go. As long as they are recommending places that are wheelchair accessible, we will take them there. Obviously, we need to check that out. But I had a resident recently say to me, you know, how come we don't have happy hour anymore? So that's been put back on the schedule. You know,
What is happy hour?
happy hour, they basically
I know what my
they
happy
want to have
hour
a
is. What's your
cocktail.
happy hour?
They want to have a cocktail, and as long as they
Really?
have a doctor's order, they can have a cocktail. And we probably only have half a dozen residents that are actually having alcohol at that event, but
Yeah.
they wanted
Headlines
to
in
have
the
that.
Conway Daily
Yeah.
Sun.
They're getting alcohol?
Little small, you know,
Alcohol
they're
given
grown-ups.
to residents.
I don't understand it. Are most of them not on medication?
They have to have a doctor's order. The doctor has to approve for them to be able to have.
Have a drink.
And sometimes the doctor may even say how much they can have. I mean, one of the residents is only allowed a half an ounce of alcohol, but it makes her really
So
happy.
you measure that?
Huh?
You measure that and give a half ounce?
I do. I just give a teeny little bit and makes her really happy. And, you know, it's about the socialization. I had a piano player come a couple of times and play while they sat and socialized. And
It's not unusual. I remember that
No, it's-
from other nursing homes.
yeah,
I understand you
There's
have a
no
resident that plays the piano.
I have 3 residents that
Three
play the
residents.
piano. One that plays for the other residents.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah,
couple others that play but don't really like to play
for people.
for people as much.
Huh. Yeah, I heard him playing over there one day.
You know, at our last memorial service, I had him play for us, and I also had one of our residents sing, because I really tried to, you know,
Yeah.
you're asking how, do they help with the planning? Our last memorial service, I met with a group of residents, and they helped me plan the whole event.
Mhm.
So whenever they're willing to give feedback, absolutely, they're part of the planning.
And even were they given, enabled to give feedback for the plans for the nursing home week?
I had asked a couple, and, you know, most of the feedback I got was, no, we want you guys to plan it, which is okay too. I did have one resident say to me this week, looking at the schedule, that she doesn't like the meals that were picked. And I said, well, why not? She said, because I didn't get to pick them. And I reminded her that I did ask her, and she said, I know, but I was too busy, so. You know, am I going to make 103 residents happy with every program? Absolutely not. But we try to offer a variety so that there's something for everybody. Obviously, the dementia residents aren't able to give us input into their programming, so it's up to the staff to try to plan programs that meet their needs.
What's the, I want to get to the use of the van.
Mhm.
There are 2 types of requests, I think, over there. One is recreation, and the other one is medical.
Mhm.
Who approves, you approve the recreational one, who approves the medical one? If somebody wanted to go check their teeth or hearing aid or whatever?
The order would come from nursing. It would be given to Lisa Delisle in the front office, and she makes the appointments.
Okay.
And her and I kind of work together as far as scheduling.